Many African countries presently are warning, they are threatening their citizens because of what is happening in Kenya. And amongst all these 8 countries, we have Cameroon, we have Nigeria, we have Uganda and Zimbabwe. These are some African countries that have openly threatened their citizens if they will rise up any day against the government or criticize the government. In Zimbabwe, they told the citizens that they should not even try, because if they do it, they will regret. In Uganda, the president said if they do it, they will be playing with fire, meaning anybody will be arrested or killed. And in Nigeria, they are struggling by all possible means to break down and stop people from rising against the government, and up to the point where the senator stood up because of fear and said they are going to sacrifice 60% or 50% of their income or allowance or salary in order that the money should be taken and sent into the economy in order to help reduce the hardship in Nigeria. And Tinubu and many other supported government officials are pleading and begging the civilian not to, that if they come out, many will be killed, meaning that is a threat. And the worst of it is coming from Cameroon. The government of Cameroon, through the senior divisional officer for Fundi, is saying if any Cameroonians stand up against the government or criticize the government, he or she will be deported. Deported. How can you deport somebody within a country? Where will you deport that person from? From one region to another. That is what they mention. From one division to another. Meaning if you are in Yaoundé, in a Fundi division, and then you stand against the government or you criticize the government, you will be deported to another region. And then when you go to that region, if you still talk against the government, you'll be deported up to the point where maybe they will not have where to send you. Then they will send you out of the country, or they will kill you, or they will send you to prison. Just because of poor leadership. Because if you are genuinely governing the people, why will you be afraid when another nation or citizens of another nation are rising against their government? Why will you be afraid? People in Burkina Faso are not afraid. Those in Mali, they are not afraid. They are not standing against their government. And the government in this country, they are not afraid of anything. But only those who have embezzled, those who are guilty, they are the one shivering and struggling to threaten. This generation, I keep on telling you people, this generation is not the kind of generation we have in the 80s. That is what I keep on telling President Paul Biya, that the generation we are having now are not people to be trusted. They can stand by you in 10 minutes, and in 2 seconds, they are standing against you. This particular generation we are having. Now, presently, what is happening in Kenya, what will happen in Cameroon, nobody will explain it. President Paul Biya in Cameroon have used the divide and rule method to govern Cameroonians, and all Cameroonians are divided. Family are divided against another family. That is how Cameroon is. That is what many people believe, that it is impossible for Cameroonians to rise up as one body against the government. Because when the people in southern Cameroon will stand up, the people in Francophone regions will say, no, allow them. These people, they have mental problems. They are always violent. And the Francophone will remove themselves from it. It is saying that it is the issue of the Anglophones. And that is how it has been happening. And when one part of the Francophone will stand up like the Bamileke, then you see the people in Yaoundé, they will be saying that no, the Bamileke always behave like the people of Bamenda. And then all these divisions are in Cameroon. And this is a big obstacle. But there is nothing that nature cannot do. And one day, nature will unite the people of Cameroon to be one. And they will stand against President Paul Biya and his entire government. They will stand against the elite in Cameroon who have grouped themselves together and squandering, eating and embezzling the taxpayer money. They will stand against the politician and the top business people in Cameroon who are struggling by all possible means to push millions of Cameroonians below poverty lines. Nature will rise up one day against you people. Because you people thought that you can do and undo. When the senior divisional officer of Fundi mentioned that particular statement, the next day, the Minister of Communication came out telling the people, no, every Cameroonian has freedom of this according to the constitution. This is Cameroon. If you don't understand Cameroon, you can never. If you don't understand Cameroon, you keep on saying that no, they have not. They send the message already. So whatsoever the Minister of Communication came to is just adding it. If you say no, the Minister of Communication is more powerful than the senior divisional officer. Take for example, when Maurice Kanto came out in 2018, what happened to them? They were being shot without any trade. They did not trade. They did not give them any warning. So if you try, they will do it. They will deport you. And when they will do this, that is when nature will rise and help the people of Cameroon. Another issue in Cameroon that is people believe that is very difficult is because any association, anything that you want to do in Cameroon, if you want to strike against the government of Cameroon or against any organization or anybody, you have to go and write an application, and the application will be approved. The date and the number of people who are participating, where and what they will be holding. You have to give the detail of everything. And if on that day they discover that, okay, you say it will be around 100 people, and they are seeing more than 100 people, they will stop you. And they would automatically name you a terrorist. This is Cameroon. And then if you go and table your application that I am not happy with the government, I am standing up to demand that the government should go, who will approve it? Because the government is the one to approve it. So indirectly they are saying that nobody except the CPDM can stand up in Cameroon, can march, can have any protest in Cameroon. No other person can do it. That is why you see opposition parties, they find it difficult to go out for anything in the name of protesting against the government. It is not impossible. It is not possible in Cameroon. But I keep on praying that one day, the people of Cameroon will stand up from all quarters, from all villages, from all subdivisions, from all divisions, from all regions, and from all over the world against President Paul Biya and his entire government, against the CPDM, and against the political system in Cameroon. And we will be free.